HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you're well. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff there. I'm just a rugby league dude, loves his Warriors, loves his rugby league. But in saying that, I'm here again to talk about the Warriors, who will be versing Manly over there at Brookvale Oval. But before I get into it, hit that intro. All right, guys, here we go. Right, it's another round. I guess one where you're sort of scratching your head thinking what's going on. The Warriors here made an interesting squad selection as well. But I just want to reiterate as well that the Warriors are actually, one win, right, out of 7 games. So, yeah, heading into this 8th game here, right, considering we've only won once, things will get a bit interesting. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get announced as Walsh at fullback, Dylan Watson and Lesniak, as well as Montoya make up the wings. Berry and Pompey make up the centres. In the halves, you see the likes of Shaniris Tavita as well as Sean Johnson. And then the props, you have Ben Murdoch Masila as well as Tabanga. Egan returns at hooker. Aiken and Harris are the second rows, as well as Murchie at lock. Otukolo, Afua Pene as well as Surin make up the bench. In the reserves, you have Louis, Katoa, Asi, Arthurs, as well as Lusick being the 18th man. Yeah, look, my thoughts on overall squad. I guess for mine, especially when you sort of string the last couple of games we have, it's I don't know, it either comes down to A, disappointing, or this is as good as it gets. And obviously, barring some injuries, right, you probably think we can go a little bit better than this, particularly the likes of Arthurs, who's not playing Ussie as well, unfortunately. Berry playing is good for me. I like Berry, it is what it is, I'm not going to hide that. But in saying that as well, you got the likes of Arthurs, as I mentioned before. Katoa being dropped is not of, it's no surprise to me. I mean, in the reserves, personally speaking, myself, I think he does need to get back into form. The likes of Surin coming back is, a handy addition, I guess. Merchant Lock is interesting, again, going back to what he was last week. Afua is going to be good off the bench. I have no doubt about that. Shanaris Tavita as well as Sean Johnson, again, a pick that I saw coming. It is what it is, though. As fans, we may have an outcry to say Volkman and Ussie. Nathan Brown's going to stick to his guns here overall, I think. I'll be quite frank, though. Given last week's performances, I'm not really looking forward to seeing what they can produce, but we'll have to see, right? See what happens. Walsh as well, fullback, good thing there. Egan returns, which is good. I'm surprised Lusick got dropped, though, for Otukolo, but in saying that, I think it's because Otukolo has been showing a bit of promise, though, so it's probably good. And plus, he's getting a bit of game time, which you can't complain about. This is in strengths. Look for the Warriors. I'm not even going to talk about our strengths. There's not much there to talk about. Again, when you string the last couple of games, weaknesses, we got a lot of them. Ill discipline, lack of heart. Again, I think I've mentioned these ones here before. Just not, errors, letting teams in. It's a plethora of things I can name. So I think I'll just leave it at that. Players to look out for. So I'll be going with Manly since they're the host. They're the hosting team first, and I'll go with the Warriors. So for mine, in Manly, I've got the likes of Garrick. Ruben Garrick is I'll tell you what, Ruben Garrick is actually a very dangerous player for Manly, I think, in my opinion. Anyway, he can strike, he can kick. He's a good defender as well, and I think he'll just add more to their attack, actually, being a fullback. I've got the likes of Schuster as well as Foreign, the two halves. Schuster's going to be interesting. I expect Schuster to be, just this guy's going to be wanting to do tricks. He's going to be doing all these moves. It's a pity that we're going to be playing against Schuster because he's always wanted to play 5'8", and of course you put him here, and I think for mine he's going to be ready for this. That's what I want to say. Foreign as well for mine. I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, former Warrior. He's been playing, I think, in my opinion, anyway, decent footy for Manly, and I think him and Schuster together. It's the thing about Manly though is that it's the great unknown, right, between these two playing. So again, as a fan and as the Warriors team, you're just unsure what you're going to get, and I think that's probably the danger as well. Another player too is Olokato. We all know what he can do. You don't have to be a Manly fan to see what he can do. A great ball facilitator, defensively in sync most times. He can just break a game at will almost. He's a very, very handy player, and I think he'll be one to watch out for as well. Last but not least, too, I've got Jake Trbojevic. We all know the unfortunate snub there in Origin. He's going to be looking to prove himself, right? He's going to be looking to do a lot of crazy things. Watch him become that ball-playing lock, you know what I mean, that people say he's not. watch him do a lot of crazy things defensively. I think he's going to up it up a gear, and I think Manly as a whole are going to be pretty ready for this game. Obviously, they've lost 3 games in a row now. They don't want to lose 4, right? Whereas the Warriors, well, I'll get into the boys. The Warriors, 5 players to look out for. You've got the likes of Walsh, obviously. Just the best, I think, anyway, in my opinion, the best offensive player we have. Again, look at him to add some spark every now and then. I like Berry, the addition of Berry, as I said. Obviously, a player who's still learning his craft, but I like the fact that he's been picked. It means he's a bit of confidence, and I'm assuming he's putting his hands up in training. Again, I'm not going to go too much deeply into training, but, these are positive there, and I hope we can all collectively back him as fans. Sean Johnson, because, the last game he had left a lot of questions, I think, and unfortunately, I keep saying this all the time, but, it is what it is. So how does he respond to this? Again, I say this all the time. And I'm just hoping he's up for it. I'm hoping he really is. Harris as well as the captain. I really admire what he's done for us thus far. Unfortunately, in losing games nonetheless, but he adds a lot of shape to us. Defensively, he's really good. Offensively as well, he knows how to eat meters as well. Does Toy Harris, and yeah, again, I'm liking what he's producing, and I cannot wait to watch him play again. Last but not least, for the Warriors, I have R4 Bunty. Bunty from the back fence. R4. I love what he brings to us, brings at us, from the back fence. He's such a handy player. If you actually check his errors, he makes some minimalistic errors, actually. And, yeah, I would love to see him starting, but that's A-okay, right? Tavanga is fine, and I'm sure the coach will do what he does. But those are my players to look out for. What are yours? All right, guys, we come to the prediction, and I think I really need to be up front here. Every single Warriors game, I've always come in with the approach of Warriors will win. And ironically, this may be the time the Warriors do win, actually. But I'm not holding my breath. I think. Look, this game here, I think, is going to be a very tough arm wrestle between both teams. But I think you'll find that Manly will probably climb up again in the 60th minute and then probably run away from it. Run away with the game, I reckon. In terms of predictions, I think Manly will win the game, 26 points. Warriors will probably be 18, I reckon, something like that. We'll have enough spark, but unfortunately just won't get the job done, much like against the Knights. All right, guys, and we come to this here as the conclusion, and I think this is where a lot of the meat, a lot of the substance will come from. Yeah, look, in this game, overall, as we face Manly, we could potentially be looking down the barrel of 1 win in eight games, right? Just 1 win in 8 games. Obviously, Nathan Brown did speak about platforms and these games here that we're supposed to win. And now I find myself sort of counting how many games we can lose before we go to Mount Smart, such as the reality. The next couple of weeks don't bode well for us as well in terms of opponents. So this game here is probably going to be no different. Again, with the halves, I can't express myself clearly enough when I tell you guys that it's just it's bland. Obviously, again, you're just hoping that both these players here are going to bring something different, but it's going to be interesting. That's what I'm going to say. I know people there like Sean Johnson's CHT, and it's not saying I don't. I do, but the reality is, in terms of Warriors moving forward, you got the likes of Volkman there. Why not try? Again, I'm in the mind that you may as well blood because there's nothing else to lose. What is there to lose? It is what it is, I think, ultimately. But yeah, look, as a collective, as I sort of wind this up, we are versing a very, in my opinion, hungry, Manly team, especially a team that's looking to prove itself. I can't imagine just how many times it's probably been a hassle for them hearing Hasler talk to him over and over again, and I think this is going to be the game where they click it together. And of course, the Warriors, as per usual, we love to we love to rejuvenate, we love to revive other teams' seasons, and no different again against Knights. And as much as I really want to be positive about this game, I think we need to really take off the rose-tinted glasses, so to speak, and be upfront and be real. But again, like I said, the disclaimer is that I could probably say all this and we're probably going to win, right? But instead, like I said, I'm not going to get my hopes up nonetheless. However, as I close, yes, I will close. It's not looking great. It's not looking good. I question some of the players who are playing. Do they want to play or not? I'm questioning a lot of the selections as I am now. I am really just lost, really, as a fan. I'm not too sure what's going on. I can understand what the coach is trying to do in regards to some selections, but then again, as a team that's trying to move forward, don't you just take away someone that, like, if you're not performing well, shouldn't you take players away, right? But it just seems like we're rewarding poor efforts with selections, and I think that's where you can argue and say a lot of the unfortunate plays come from and errors. In this game here, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to it. I think Manly are going to be coming out gunning, and I just don't think we have what it takes. But in saying that, guys, I want to sort of end in a positive in the sense that, like I said, I could tip Manly, but then, Warriors could probably take it. So I'll leave it at that. But in saying that, yeah, it's an interesting team selection nonetheless. I wish Ussie was playing, to be fair. I wish Lussick was even, in the bench, to be fair. But look, in saying that, it is what it is. Again, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. I'll see you guys next time. Look, if the Warriors want to win, what do they do? Hold the ball, I guess. See you guys next time. Be safe. Bless you. Take it easy. But at the same time, I want to reiterate that the Warriors are one